A devastating tsunami has hit 2 cities in Indonesia, sweeping houses away and leaving families missing, the country's disaster agency has said. Shocking footage has emerged online claiming to show that tsunami tearing into the provincial capital of Palu following a 7.5 magnitude earthquake. It was filmed from a high-rise building looking over the coast, and people are heard running and screaming for their lives when the huge wave comes roaring into the city. Footage shows that tsunami crashing into the coastal city of Palu A collapsed shopping mall after a 7.7 magnitude earthquake hit Donggala. The video has not been independently verified, but a Google Maps search of the Palu Grand Mall and Baiturrahman Mosque appears to match the landscape and landmarks in the footage, the Jakarta Post reports. Indonesia had declared a tsunami warning after the strongest quake, which registered magnitude 7.5, but lifted it about half an hour later. It was followed by numerous strong aftershocks, including one of magnitude 6.7. Disaster agency spokesman Sutopo Purwo Nugroho said in a live TV interview that the tsunami hit Palu, which is the capital of central Sulawesi province, and a smaller city, Donggala. A little boy walks in front of a collapsed house after a 6.1 magnitude earthquake hit in Donggala in Indonesia earlier today. A tsunami has hit the Indonesian cities of Palu and Donggala following a 7.5 magnitude earthquake. He said houses were swept away, and families were reported missing. Communications to the area are disrupted. The cut to telecommunications and darkness are hampering efforts to obtain information, he said. All national potential will be deployed, and tomorrow morning we will deploy Hercules and helicopters to provide assistance in tsunami-affected areas. Palu's airport halted operations for 24 hours due to earthquake damage, according to AirNav, which oversees airline traffic in Indonesia. Central Sulawesi was hit earlier Friday by a magnitude 6.1 earthquake that, based on preliminary information, killed 1 person, injured 10 and damaged dozens of houses. The earthquake collapsed houses in Donggala, central Sulawesi, Indonesia. All the things in my house was wet, and the quake left a small crack on my wall. Donggala resident Mohammad Fikri said by telephone. Indonesia is prone to earthquakes because of its location on the backquoting of fire, an arc of volcanoes and fault lines in the Pacific Basin. In December 2004, a massive magnitude 9.1 earthquake off Sumatra in western Indonesia triggered a tsunami that killed 230,000 people in a dozen countries. A devastating tsunami has hit 2 cities in Indonesia, sweeping houses away and leaving families missing, the country's disaster agency has said. Shocking footage has emerged online claiming to show that tsunami tearing into the provincial capital of Palu following a 7.5 magnitude earthquake. It was filmed from a high-rise building looking over the coast, and people are heard running and screaming for their lives when the huge wave comes roaring into the city. Footage shows that tsunami crashing into the coastal city of Palu A collapsed shopping mall after a 7.7 magnitude earthquake hit Donggala. The video has not been independently verified, but a Google Maps search of the Palu Grand Mall and Baiturrahman Mosque appears to match the landscape and landmarks in the footage, the Jakarta Post reports. Indonesia had declared a tsunami warning after the strongest quake, which registered magnitude 7.5, but lifted it about half an hour later. It was followed by numerous strong aftershocks, including one of magnitude 6.7. A devastating tsunami has hit 2 cities in Indonesia, sweeping houses away, said in a live TV interview. The country's disaster agency has the capital of shocking footage has emerged online claiming to show that tsunami tearing into the provincial capital of Palu following a 7.5 magnitude earthquake. It was filmed from a high-rise building looking over the coast, and people are heard running and screaming for their lives when the huge wave comes roaring into the city. Earthquake. Footage shows that tsunami crashing into the coastal city of Palu A collapsed shopping mall. Communications to the area are disrupted. Earthquake hit Donggala. Telecommunications and darkness are hampering efforts to obtain information. Search of the Palu Grand Mall and Baiturrahman Mosque appears to match the landscape and landmarks. Tomorrow morning we will deploy the Hercules and helicopters to provide assistance in tsunami-affected areas after the strongest quake, which registered magnitude 7.4 hours due to earthquake damage. Lifted it about half an hour later. AirNav. It was followed by numerous strong aftershocks, including one of magnitude 6 hit earlier Friday by a magnitude 6.1 spokesman Sutopo Purwo Nugroho said information killed one person. That the tsunami damaged dozens of houses, which is the capital of Central Sulawesi province, houses in Donggala, and a smaller city, Central Sulawesi, Indonesia. A little boy walks all the things in my house was way, after a 6.1 magnitude earthquake hit in Donggala in Indonesia. Resident Mohammad Fikri said tsunami has hit the Indonesian city of Palu and Donggala following a 7.5 magnitude on the back quoting of fire. He said houses were swept away and families were reported missing. In December 2000, the area are disrupted. A massive magnitude 9.1 telecommunications off Sumatra in western Indonesia triggered a tsunami that killed 230,000 people and a dozen potential will be deployed.